Hi everyone, welcome to Draw What I Want, a channel where I learn how to draw and I share my experience with you all. So thank you so much for being a part of this journey. In today's video, I'm going to be coloring in the house that I challenged myself to draw in the previous video. So this is a part 2 of the challenge. If you didn't get the chance to have a look at the part 1, please go ahead and check it out. Basically, the idea is that I was challenging myself to draw this house from this picture, and this is how it turned out. And then, so the second part is basically I'm going to be coloring it in to make it similar, to make it look similar to this. I'm not going to be like copying every single detail. It's more about just enjoying the journey, enjoying the drawing session, just kind of like having a relaxed time, and then just see how it turns out. So as always, I've got my sketchbook here. I've got my eraser, sharpener, and then for this video, I'm going to be using the usual pack of the colored pencils that I've used in my previous videos. So please feel free to follow along if you did kind of draw the house with me in the previous video. But if not, I hope you just enjoy watching the video and, you know, find it relaxing and meditative as well. So. Also, please, I always kind of say, please do feel free to put in a comment section where you're from, why you're watching this video. You know, are you learning to draw as well? Are you a beginner artist? Are you an experienced artist? Or you just kind of stumbled along these videos and you're just watching it for kind of entertainment. All right then, so let's begin. Let's have a look at the colors that we're going to be using. So we've got some reds here, brown. It's mainly like reds, browns, a little bit of yellow and orange. So I'll just go with that. I might just start with these ones first because it might be a little bit, I don't know, I was just drawn to it basically. So let's have a look. So I might just take this color. And I did really enjoy drawing the house from the first video, by the way. I just found it really relaxing. I wasn't putting too much pressure on myself. So that's the feel that I'm going to be going off by today as well. So there's a little bit of yellow orange. I think it's going to be this color. Okay, let's do that. I just want to test it out, the colors. I think that might be even a little bit bright. Let me just have a look at these colors. Yeah. I think it might be this one. This is probably the closest one. No, sorry, wait, this one. Yeah. And now let's have a look at these brown ones. Yeah. Okay, so we'll have these three colors for this middle part. And then I'll use this plain piece of paper just to kind of lean on, because I end up smudging everything. I'm just gonna grab a quick drink. I hope you're all doing really well, by the way. What day of the week is it where you are? It's Sunday here today in UK, in London. We've been experiencing really hot weather all this last week, so it's been about 34 degrees, 32. The heat wave just arrived out of nowhere. Please do let me know in the comments what the weather is like where you are. But yeah, so let's just have a nice relaxing Sunday, nice relaxing coloring in session. Okay, so what I'll do is, okay, so I think this is going to be here. And I'm going to be very lightly kind of putting pressure on the pencil, very lightly. So that's that. That's that. These two colors, they don't even make much difference. I might just do this one a little bit darker. Just where the shadows are. And then we've got this. I'm just seeing what's going on there. Did not finish it. I don't think I finished it last time. You know what it is? I was basically, when I was doing the drawing in the first video, I was getting already quite tired and I could have continued, but then I was like, no, usually if I'm getting a sign that I'm getting tired, it's always best to stop and continue another time once you've had a bit of a rest, because when you draw, this is what I'm finding, when I'm drawing something, when I'm feeling tired, then my perspective changes and I tend to overdo things, maybe overdraw something, start overthinking, and then I make mistakes and errors. So I guess that's why I didn't finish this bit here. But yeah, I think what I'm noticing is half an hour drawings is probably my kind of limit, where my energy starts to run out a little bit already. And that's when I know I need to take a break. How long do you guys take to draw something before you start feeling a little bit like, yeah, I could do with a bit of a break? My brain isn't thinking anymore, it's the same as it was at the beginning. My creativity isn't flowing. Because everybody is different, aren't they? So it's interesting to find out how long does your capacity last. Okay, so I think we'll leave that as that. And then we'll do those dark brown ones. Oh wait, actually, let's just do the poles there. I think it might be a little bit darker. That's that. No, they've just got a bit. Just do that a little bit there. But I think it's very easy to underestimate how long a drawing will take. And then once you're doing it, like, you just don't want to stop. You know that saying, when you're in the flow, it's really difficult to make yourself stop. But then at the same time, if you don't stop, then you'll regret it, because you're like already exhausted and you're overdoing it. And then you look at your picture from a critical perspective rather than like, yes, I've done well. So it's very important, this is what I'm learning, it's very important to stop when you start getting those signals. But you know, it's all a learning progress. Okay, so we've got that. So over here it's actually snow, and it is a little bit bluish, and then it's blue there as well. Okay, let's spice it up a little bit. Let's get some blue colors in. And you know, this is what I love about coloring in, it's just observing the beautiful variety of colors. I love blue. So I think it's going to be light blue there. I'll just grab a drink. And again, it's very, very subtle. Tiny little bit, because it's almost even white. You know, I do have a white pencil here. Does it do anything? I think it does a little bit. Interesting. Yeah. Because this is the lightest blue that I have. But with the snow here, you do want to make it a little bit lighter. So I think this white pencil is doing the magic. And I mean, I could, you know, when you take the cotton bud and then just like go over it, I could do it without, I didn't bring it with me. But because of the grey pencil there, it does smudge it up a little bit. Okay, so that's that, we've got that. And then we'll do this top one. So wait, I'm just trying to see what's going on. Where does the thingy finish? Where does the wood finish there? How did I create it? I think we just need to draw a line. Because so this is going to be brown, dark brown. Yeah, and then that's going to be, well, that's going to be even almost black, actually. Yeah, that is black. Let me grab a black pencil if I have one. I think I've got a dark grey one. Is it black? It's almost black. So what I'll do is just do that there. It's kind of like a shadow from the roof. And then maybe I'll add a little bit of brown there. do that. I mean, it is a light brown there, but I'll just do it this way. I've already started. So that's gonna be that. Because I would just want to figure out where do I draw the line to create the window where the snow is. So let's do it. Let's grab a lighter one, and then because I want to make sure it's visible, so we'll do it here. Yeah, and then there's just a little bit of white there. Let's go. So this actually, it's not snow, this is sky already. It's a beautiful picture, but actually, just to let you know a little story where I got this picture from. I did say it in one of my previous videos. Basically, before I started learning how to draw, I kind of was just using this app on the Android phone to do coloring in by numbers. I'm sure you must have heard it by now. I think it's quite there's loads of those different apps that you can download. But I think it was a good way of starting to kind of express my creativity, even though I was following the guidance from the app. I was really, really enjoying it. And this is where I got this picture from. So, I was using this app, selected it, and I was just doing coloring in. So yeah, that's where I got it from. And actually now, because I'm learning how to draw, I'm using this app and these different pictures. So if you look at my channel from my previous challenges, whenever I challenge myself to draw something, I take the pictures from that app basically as inspiration. And at the moment, it's been it's been working well, it's been quite exciting, and it's been testing me as well. So we've got that. So if we'll just do a little bit of that there. That's that, and then just a little bit of that there. And then everything, the rest is going to be brown. By the way, guys, if you are learning to draw as well, and if you ever challenge yourself to draw something, where do you get your inspiration from? Put it in the comment section. It'll be interesting to know where everybody is getting their inspiration from. Okay, that's that. Maybe just a little bit of darker in some places. Okay. Right, I'm gonna leave that. I'm not gonna overdo it. But I do want to make this a little bit because then you can see the legs popping up. Okie doke. But you know what I'm gonna do? I think because we've got this black thing there, the roof, I might still draw an extra line, which is gonna be the lighter one, just to create that illusion that it is the shadow, because at the moment it doesn't make sense, and I do have some space there to do that. So let's do it. So if I'll just do it like, just literally just to go over it. Just to create a little bit of an edge there. Yeah, see how the time. I was just looking at the camera, the video recorder on my phone, but see how the time goes quick when you're just doing this. It's already been 20 minutes, and I've only done this bit. It's crazy. Right. Okay, that's that. Right, that's that. Now, what should we do next? I think maybe we should do this next. And this thing is actually all quite light. So we'll just do this one first. And then the rest are quite light. So that's that. I might actually just get rid of this one. There's no need for that. Where is the pencil? I'll just do it with that one. Yeah, that's that. Excuse me. And then the brown here. So we've got those two. And those two. Lovely. And then, so actually this goes down here as well. And then it kind of gets lost in the snow. And then what I'll do is, I'll do this one as well. Brilliant. So that's that. And we'll just have some red there because of the red roof. And then we'll just take the blue one. And I wonder if this a little bit white. So there is another. So this is all snow, it's kind of like a road, but also brown as well. This is kind of like a bridge. Yeah, I'll just leave that like that. And then there's a bit of a green. This is a bit of green. Let's do the green. I do like these two shades of green actually, very nice. Okay. And then, yeah, I'll just leave that like that. And then just a few, there's a few heels that I'll just show you there. A little bit of red stuff. I don't think I'm gonna bother with the red, doesn't make sense. But maybe a little bit of the dark blue. Just like some stones there. Okay, just a little bit of something to kind of finish the page with. I might just do these ones as well. Lovely. And then we can do this one then as well. I think I'm gonna have to break this this page, this drawing into 3 parts, to be honest, because as I said, I think because it's such a big picture, it's taken a while to do everything. And again, I don't want to overdo it. I really just want to make sure that everything looks lovely. So if we'll just do this bit, and then this is actually a little bit oranger. So at the top it's going to be blue because it's the snow. And it kind of, I'll just do it till the, like that. And then, so light brown we'll take. Now we'll do a little bit of blue there. Okay, and now I'm gonna focus on this one now. So this is more like red colors now. I think we can put the browns away. So I'm just gonna put all these pencils away and get the red ones out. And then I think once I've done the roof, I will end this video, or this part, this video part 2 at that. And then I'll do the final part, like the roof and the side one, for the video 3. Okay. But yeah, it's interesting to see how long things take actually. You know, as a beginner artist, I think a lot of the times you know, when you look at the final kind of final project, you only see as I said, the final project. You don't actually see. It's very rare that you see like the behind the scenes, how things get made, how long it takes, all the kind of stuff. So yeah, that's why I'm making all these videos and I share everything with you guys, because I'm learning, I'm seeing what the realistic way of learning how to draw is, and then it gives you an idea as well. So I really, really hope that you find it a little bit useful in any way. So there is kind of like a plum color. Wait. What is this one? So I'm just gonna test them out. That's quite light. The one, I think this one's this one's a bit orangey one. This one, maybe I'll just use this too. Okay, let's do it. So this one's the darker one. So this is going to be brown nerve as well. And then if I'll do this one as well. Right, that's that. And then we're almost there. We are almost there. Yeah, see over here, like those colors are really dark red. I don't have the pencils for that, so I'm just gonna make it like this. And then the final part of today's video is we're gonna do the round edges, which are the light browns. But you see how interesting is that when I started coloring this in, I kind of knew straight away that, oh, I just wanted to start with this one, because, you know, when I was just beginning my drawing journey and with these kind of objects, pictures, when there is loads going on, I would always get really kind of what's the word, kind of flustered, I guess. Flustered. I didn't even like, oh, there's so much going on, I don't know where to start from. But I think the fact that I knew where to start from, I was just drawn to it. And then bit by bit, I was doing this. It's kind of like, I was following my intuition, and it was telling me, okay, so I need to do this first, this, step by step, without getting too like under pressure or stressed out. And I do think that, I don't know whether it's to do with my current mindset, state of being, or maybe it's because I am actually progressing in my learning journey and as a beginner artist. So that's interesting to notice as well. I might just put this here. Okay. That's that, and then the final one is this bit. Oh, and across a little bit, that's okay. That's that, and then this is going to be darker color. Yeah, even black. Where is our dark pencil? I might just take dark brown, because that black one, I wouldn't say it's black, it's more like gray. What I'll do is I'll do the brown first, and then I'll go over it with the dark gray. Kind of I go out of the edges. Maybe I'll do that one now as well to make it dark. And then maybe we'll just go over that one again. Make it dark. Well, actually, I can see what's happening now, because there's a shadow. So there's a black there, it needs to be like a shadow. Okay, I just don't want to ruin the drawing. I've done it before, but we want to because at the moment it just really stands out. It doesn't make sense what is going on there. So we just want to add a little bit of a shadow where the roof is to create those edges. I think it's here. It's because I think I still don't have much of the hand control, you know, like whenever I do it like this, coloring in, like my hand just goes all over the place and then I make mistakes. So it's definitely an area to practice on. Okay, that's that. Do you think that's a little bit better? See, I do really want to, yeah, I'm like, oh, I just want to do this and that and the other. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that before I start ruining the whole thing. But I'll just show you, okay, so let me just put everything aside, here, here, here. Okay. So look, so let me just move this a little bit here. And okay, so you can see where we're at. Yeah, it's getting there. The roof could have been a little bit darker, but as I say, we'll see. I'm just working with the tools that I have at the moment. The green, the road, the bit of a shadow on the roof. Yeah, not that. Cool. All right then. Well, that's it. I'm gonna leave it as is for today's video, part 2. Who would have thought that we're gonna continue doing this jobbing into part 3. I hope that, guys, you will join me for part 3. Let's see how the challenge will end, the final result. And yeah, thank you again so much for joining me for today's video. And you know, if you did enjoy this video, please consider maybe liking the video, consider subscribing to the channel, and yeah, please feel free to drop any of your comments in the section of the video. Kind of share your experience if you're drawing as well, your tips, advice, or anything like that, and how you're finding your drawing journey. All right then, well, yeah, thank you so much again, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your day, whatever you're up to, and I will see you in the next one, in part 3. Bye-bye, take care.